guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. We are headed out to get hay this afternoon. We're continuing to bring hay to the farm to try to make sure we have enough packed away for our critters for winter. But guys, there's a lot of people, including you and including me, that are fed up. Let's talk about this. So the weather is good. Gas prices are beginning to go up. So we're trying to get ahead of schedule and continue to work to squirrel things away and pack things for the farm and whatnot. So like I said, we're headed to get more hay. But like I said just now too, have you seen all that's going on with gas, OPEC, all of these things? That's right. Oh, what's the date, honey? What are we, 4 weeks to election? So anyway, if you haven't heard by now, and a lot of you, I put up a post yesterday talking about gas prices and asking what you're paying, and it's all over the board, all across the United States, right? And we're still seeing diesel at like $4.69 here. It's probably higher where you're at. But just this morning alone, we went to get some gas this morning early, and it had already gone up 10 cents from last night. So I encourage you to document what are you seeing as of yesterday and today, and what is it starting to do. Take a screenshot of it. Document what you're seeing in these times, because it is astounding what we are all going through as far as inflation, manipulation, all of these things. So I encourage you to document those moments. But I want to start off by saying, number one, please continue to do as much as you can for your home, your family, your farm, your pantry. Everything counts. We have been talking about this for a very, very, very long time. I say this now in every video, right? Well, the main reason is because we have a lot of new viewers. So, I always kind of like to refer back to issues that we've been discussing or past videos where I've said this, okay? And a lot of you that have been here a long time will go, yep, she said that. Yep, I said this, she said that, whatever. But I will tell you, I got a comment this morning that's, well, it's just flat out disturbing, and I'm not mad about it, but I want to highlight this moment because all of the things that we've been talking about in terms of people not being able to handle the prices of gas, the energy prices, the inflation, the food shortages, the job losses that are now here and that are coming. There are businesses and there are restaurants and there are all sorts of things all over here in Southeast Tennessee, we can tell you right now, that are closing, or they've closed like a month ago. We've watched them sort of hang on through COVID, try their best, and now they can't make it. So what we're saying is, and I know this sounds so negative, but folks, this is the reality that we're in. This is not doomsday. If you feel that this video is doomsday, well, you're living in doomsday, okay? I don't make this reality. James doesn't make this reality. Anybody watching this video most likely is not making this reality for you. You know who and what is causing these problems. We're here to talk it out, and we are here to try to find solutions and to give advice and to, sometimes we just vent a little bit. But this gal this morning was saying, I'll just tell you what she said, and I'm not mad because I understand she's in a bad situation. She was talking about my video that I posted yesterday, the I told you so, you told them so. That video really upset her, and frankly, plug your ears if you don't like to hear something, but she said that I pissed her off. And at first when I read that, I was like, how did I piss you off? I was like, oh, this is going to be a doozy of a comment. She goes on into saying, and what it turns into is an unfortunate venting session, and I don't blame her for being upset, but she goes into saying that she started watching my videos last year and that she started preparing. Basically, she, if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like she is on disability, so she has a very limited income. She's already, because things have gotten so expensive and due to her own circumstances, basically the preps that she started last year, she's had to start using them, and she's very frustrated. She did make some other comments, and I do want to say this. If you are ever at a point, and and I've said this before, and I think it's a good time to say it again, that if you are ever at a point where you feel desperate enough to where you would even discuss ending your own life, I want you to know that there are people and places out there to go and get help. Please contact a church. Please contact a hotline. Please get a hold of somebody you trust and talk it out, because that is not the solution, okay? I want to make sure, I'm bumping on the highway, I want to make sure that we continue to try to encourage you to do your very best, and that there is help out there. That is not the answer. And, I'm not trying to sound disconnected to people's problems, but I firmly do not believe in that being the answer for you. Now, I want to say this, I want to switch gears after having known I have said this, because really we all can learn from this type of conversation. If you're in a position to where you have been preparing for many, many years and you've been doing your due diligence, no matter, what your economic status is, please keep in mind that while there are a lot of people that are not preparing, and we know that the majority of the people that are not preparing, they're choosing not to, okay? And when I talk about that in my videos, those are really the people I'm talking about. Those are the ones that frustrate me. And I even said in that video yesterday, I said, I know that there is somebody out there that is not able to prepare. This is why we've been saying for a long time to prepare. Last year, 2 years, 5 years ago, I made videos back in like 2015, 2016, talking about preparing your homestead before the next Great Depression. This has been a conversation here for a long time, okay? And we've got some videos coming up on that. Homesteading before the next Great Depression. I'll make a part 2, basically, because that's old school for us to talk about. But I know that I have said in many, many videos that the whole point of pushing you to do 5 cans a week, 10 cans a week, do this, do that, whatever you can do when you can do it. The whole point, we're pulling a trailer, so we're bouncing a little bit. The whole point of doing that, and I know I've said this, was not just to have things because of food shortages or a supply chain crisis. It's not going to matter if it's sitting on the shelf. If you don't have the money to buy it, or you can't afford it because it's so astronomically priced to the moon and back, then it doesn't matter. So understand that our point in pushing people to try to do things was not just to hoard food. It was to have food at a price point that you actually can afford, so you can try to prolong and make it through your situation. I'm asking for your help at this point, you viewers out there, because every one of us lives in a different place, region, state, town, whatever. And I think that if you know of any programs, if you know of any places, please comment down below and put information down there for people that they can contact to get help if they are having, they're just not adapting to what's going on very well, number one. But also, I know we're going to hit that bump, but also, if you need help with food, please try to get help with food. Please contact a local church, contact a local organization. I know that here, a lot of elderly people, especially when they are retired or they're disabled or they're on low fixed incomes, Meals on Wheels will provide for them at least 4 or 5 days a week one really good hot meal, okay? That's very popular here in East Tennessee. It may be popular in your area too. That's just one example of how we can help. Another side of this, so please put that information down there. I can come up with things, but I know that you guys will just be going crazy, and I think that people need to see that we want to try to help our fellow citizens. In no way do I ever believe that we shouldn't be helping each other. We should be helping each other. All of these billions and billions and billions of dollars, this is where the money should be going. It should be going to help our citizens if they are in a natural disaster here in any of our states. Can you come up with a recent example of that? I bet you can. For our elderly folks that are getting to a point where they can't afford to help themselves, this is what our money here, our tax dollars, that's what it should be helping. It should be helping our veterans. It should be helping our homeless veterans. It should be helping our children in need. Doesn't need to be going elsewhere. As we continue to press forward and we continue to see situations coming up, especially with winter coming, with energy bills, gas going back up, food inflation continuing to go higher, you're going to see, and pardon me for saying this, but you're going to continue to see, and you're going to see a lot more of desperate people. We can't assume that all of them got themselves in this situation because of bad choices. Some people, unfortunately, are just there. But we want to encourage them to do and to ask for the proper help. But on that note, this is why another reason I have been saying you have to understand you are likely going to be helping somebody. You know, you can sit back and say, I've told people, I ain't helping nobody. I'm going to be willing to bet you're going to help somebody. I think it's going to end up coming so close to you so often that you're not going to really have much of a choice. Now, how far that goes, I can't say. I understand everybody has their limits. But please understand that if you're at the Dollar General and, you know, if you can put that extra macaroni and cheese into your buggy, don't think that that's just going to be for you. It could be for you. It could be for barter, but you may find yourself having to help somebody in a desperate situation. And the more we can help each other in those times, the better our civilization is going to be. That in turn will help you, help me, help her. It's going to help all of us. So don't turn your nose up to that, because I'm telling you, I think it's going to hit home a lot harder than most people probably want to think about still. So do the very best that you can. And like I said, if you know of things or have ideas of places, people, or organizations, whatever, if there's a website, whatever, because clearly if somebody can make a comment on Facebook or on YouTube, they can at least look up an organization online. And I'm hoping and trusting that they will see your comments. So continue to do what you're doing. Whatever you can do, it all matters. Food, water, medicine. Just like yesterday when I was making the video, or I put together it's today, not yesterday. Today's video is I showed you how I started putting away our rice and beans. And there's all kinds of comments and suggestions and things on that. And I hope you paid attention to what I said. I said, wink, wink, these would make excellent packets for barter. That also means, in my mind, these may be excellent packets of rice and beans to give out. So I'm using all methods and all things that we have, not just for ourselves and our family, but because I'm trying to think outside the box. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't expect prices to go down. If you've been able to semi-enjoy this little bit of a gas price break, which is a joke, because again, even though gas went down, it was still more than double than what we saw 2 years ago. So you really didn't get a break. But if you were able to pack away a little bit more because of that, good for you. Anytime you get a windfall, if at all, if and when at all for any of us, please make it count, because it's going to help us all in the end. Keep praying out there, guys. Keep working. Don't stop. You can't stop now. You cannot stop now. Keep going. All right, guys. I'm bumping around all over the road. We've got to go get all this hay. So we've got more videos coming your way. Guys, you're going to be the ones that make the difference. Remember that. Like, subscribe, and share. We're going around the corner. We'll see you guys on the next video.